Well, Pat Cornick and PennEast, people, landowners from New Jersey and Pennsylvania are here to ask you, what don't you get? There never will be a discussion to any agreement between us, and we are here to say goodbye to PennEast Pipeline Company, LLC, and to rip up those permanent easement lease agreements.
As the banner says, this is a 1,000-acre historic district that the citizens of Delaware Township went to a lot of hard work to preserve. Not only, often a historic district will be because of architectural interests, old buildings, George Washington slept there, whatever. But this area was also preserved because you can still see the original patchwork of agricultural landscape that was here in the 1700s. So it's a very important area, and PennEast wants to come through here. They're picking on the farmers that have lived here for generations and preserved their land because they wanted to preserve their rural agricultural way of life, and taking advantage of them and the taxpayers of New Jersey. There's an abundance and an over-reliance on natural gas in New Jersey. Eminent domain should not be used for private corporate benefit. So thank you all for coming out. Thanks for standing strong. I'm going to introduce Tom Michelenko to you, who is an area farmer who farms this land.
They're going to tear the ground up. There's giant sandstones down here. Up above, there's all the blue jingler rocks. Where's all that going to go? It has to go someplace. They can't put it back in the pipeline. So you're going to have tons of stuff that has to be moved, disturb all the land, and it's going to be a devastation just on the site of equipment, soil compaction. It's not a good thing for any agriculture crops.
We are not interested in moving the pipeline to someone else's backyard. Again, the sole mission of Halt PennEast is to stop this unneeded project. And the environmental, cultural, historical, and social costs to this region will be appalling. And the personal costs, those tragic and almost incalculable costs to us as families and individuals, which you'll hear more from those people today. This project must be stopped, and the members of HALT know in our hearts that it can be stopped.
PennEast has misled residents, municipalities, and regulators alike about virtually every aspect of their proposal, and they continue to use contrived statistics about jobs and revenue and the blatant lie that natural gas is clean energy. Let's be clear, we know it, and they need to understand it. Natural gas is not clean energy.
We would now like to ask landowners with actual leases to rip up their leases and shove them in the pipe. And feel free to say a couple of words. Would you guys like to say a couple of words?
I think our case has been very well stated. I congratulate the people who spoke. We do want to stop this. We can stop this, and we're not going to do business.
Rip it up! Rip it up! Rip it up!
I just want to say, PennEast, go home in peace.
Okay.
And I also want to shred this document on behalf of all of the landowners who lived on our property prior to us. I have traced the land back to 1680 something, might be 82, pre-colonial deed. But I would like to recognize Mr. Valentine Ent, who owned the property, bought the property in 1750, and he was a tanner. He worked off the land, and he had many, many descendants after that. So in honor of those who've gone before us, who loved the land, who loved the terrain and worshipped it and took care of it as much as we did, this is for them.
Excellent.
My brother's property is in the blast zone, so our whole family, even though we live in different townships, is all affected by it. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody here for all the activism, for just keeping us all engaged thank you so much. Thank you. Because without each other, you know, nothing can happen. So thank you.
Since we're so close to Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be appropriate that I'd like to announce I'm formally breaking up with PennEast. And in the immortal words of Taylor Swift, we're never ever getting back together. Thank you.
Naked. We need to collect the facts. We need to see if there are possible avenues to talk.
Yep.
We need to ensure a period of self-purification to know what is morally right. And we need to invoke peaceful direct action in order to reverse an injustice.
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah! Woo!
What we know today, the facts are clear. PennEast has committed numerous injustices to our friends, our families, our neighbors, and to the environment. Negotiation is not an option.
No!
We cannot compromise when it comes to the environment, when it comes to our communities.
We all want your father, no. We all